You got that fire, my nigga Messiah.
All right, guys, welcome to a arm day here. I'm recording this on Saturday. I didn't do much yesterday in terms of, well, I edited the whole video. I just didn't feel like doing a voice recording. I didn't feel the energy up for it. So, yep, here's an arm day. I'm starting off, I think I'm going to get rid of the intro. It doesn't look like anyone's watching it, and it looks like the watch time is down, so nobody cares about the intro, so just go right to the posing. And then see if they'll stay for the lift. We'll see. Who knows? So here's an arm day. We're doing the monster sets here. So this is the... so I'm doing the heavy negatives right here, but... Start off doing the max set of 6 that you possibly can till failure, and then going right up to the heaviest that you can on negatives. And then we'll do that 2 more times, so a total of 3 heavy negative drop sets. And then after that, we'll drop it down even more to do some positive burnout, so failure. And then we'll do like a little rest for about 30-45 seconds, and we'll do some more positives after that. Maybe you can call that a little a rest pause. But as you can see here, man, this is an insane tension. And then we'll go on to the other arm, and then we're going to basically do that same rep scheme for the triceps, a tricep extension on this cable machine. And then we're going to go into preacher curls back onto this cable machine, double preacher curls. And then supersetted with just some tricep push downs with the straight bar. And I think I did straight bar and like the cable rope, the rope attachment on the tricep push downs. So that'll be it. That's the workout for today. This is the end of my 3rd week of the reverse diet. I weighed myself after posing, which I was drenched in sweat. I weighed myself after posing, which was yesterday. Yesterday was Friday. I weighed myself, and I weighed 182.8 with just a pair of shorts on, which is pretty good. That's pretty much right where I want to be. I'm kind of maintaining my physique and not blowing up and getting fat. My diet right now is, some would say, pretty crazy. I'm eating 500 grams of carbs a day. Like really, I'm actually probably, it's like 580 to 500. If I track my totals, if I actually really track my totals and count them, and I'm at 480, I'll eat like another tablespoon of honey and get it up to 500. Some days it's been over that. So lots and lots of carbs. I'm hammering the raw carrot salad, the mushrooms, mangoes, some gold potatoes with a little bit of butter and cream in the potatoes, beef gelatin, some mozzarella cheese, and about half a gallon of dairy, half a gallon of milk, 2% milk. And that's really my diet right now, man. So we'll see how long I can sustain that and see how long I feel good doing that. My physique, I would say I've been for sure been gaining some like water weight, but I don't think it's anything crazy, really. My digestion has been on this diet has been great. I don't feel anything in my stomach or like Like I don't feel bloated. I don't feel like I'm retaining water. Yeah, the digestion seems to be going pretty well. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay with this diet for a while here, and like I said, we got this break coming up here soon. So I think next week is gonna be my last week of training before I take a whole month off training, 4 to 6 weeks. We'll see. And hopefully I can create some more content. We'll see. So we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely gonna have to lower the calories and lower the carbs for that because I won't be doing as much cardio. I will be walking every day, 1.5 to 2 hour walk every day. So that's a fair, that should be a sufficient amount of cardio for me to not blow up. And I'm looking in that time in this 4 to 6 weeks to really not get anything over 187 to 188. Is probably like if I get over 187 or if I get over 188, then I really got to start cutting back the calories. But I'm hoping I can adjust the calories to the point where that doesn't happen. Last night was the first night that I think I really had like a quote unquote cheat meal, even though it fit within my fat for the day and it fit within my carbohydrates, and it was just a little over on my calories. I think I hit like 3,690 calories or something like that. But it hit my carbohydrates and it hit my fat. So I just had I had like 3 or 4 servings of vanilla ice cream to end my day last night, because if we have any fellow ortho bros out there, we were watching the Jay Dyer Tim Gordon debate. Now I was on my walk when it started, and it's 4 hours, so by the time I got home I only got to catch like an hour and a half. But oh my gosh, dude, was it a great debate. It was crazy. I mean it's crazy. I don't know, I don't really think I should be really talking about it too much, man, about like getting into it too much, but the craziest part was when Tim Gordon admitted that dude, Jay Dyer tweeted it out. Oh, the glory of God was created. Is that what he tweeted? It was something insane that he made Tim Gordon admit. Let's see what he said. I think I retweeted it. Yeah, God's glory is a creature. Tim Gordon retweeted that immediately from Jay Dyer. That's hilarious. So that provided a lot of entertainment last night. So I had some ice cream while I was watching that. It was a great time. Gonna probably finish that today. Going through that. Yeah, gonna finish that. So that's pretty fun. Hopefully we'll get some streams going next week, guys. Schmickis, Sheer Dust, is out of town. He's got a business trip, and hopefully he's gonna come back ready and rested to go, and hopefully we get a lot of streams in. That would be great. Yeah. Just coming back and start streaming again. I don't know if I really had anything specifically planned for today's rant. Maybe about rest and recovery. Just because it's coming up here next week. I think if you're a natural lifter, man, you got to take, realistically, even if you're enhanced, you got to take time off. I don't think you can keep your foot on the gas and keep redlining the engine, man, without injuries happening. I'm starting to get tendonitis in my left elbow for the first time, like really ever. I've never really had like tendonitis. That's obviously just from training so much and training so heavy. I really haven't had, I think I took a week off. When was that? I took a week off. I can't remember. Somewhat recently in this summer. Did I take a week off? I feel like I did. But other than that, I've had my foot pretty much on the gas since after the first week of March to the beginning of the second week of March, I've been training. Well, I was training before that too, like for the off season, but I wasn't doing as much cardio. But yeah, second week of March, I've really been doing cardio every single day, like increasing the cardio and training as hard as possible with like only a week break. That's a lot. That's a lot of volume. That's a lot of reps. That's a lot of stress on the body. So I think that everyone should try and schedule and plan at least 4 weeks off of the gym every year. I think September is honestly probably the best month to do it. You could maybe make the argument for August, but I think September is probably the best month for it to happen. Because August, you still kind of want to be shredded. You still want to be in shape for the summer. So like you can't just start taking it off there. And I feel like if you take it off later, like if you take it off in November, you won't have like a full off season as much time as you want. So I feel like September is the best month, and then you get to start back up again in November. And those first realistically probably those first 4 weeks are just gaining your strength back and getting your body back into it. And we're around the holidays and we get to eat. So I think September is probably the best time to take it off. So that's what we're looking forward to. Also, I'm hoping to launch, I don't know if I want to call it a clothing brand, but my own merch line of the Divinity School physical education stuff. Hopefully I can get some up and going, or at least get a couple mock-ups to where you guys can order some t-shirts, hoodies, and or hats, and then I'll make them. I'll just make them when you guys order them, which may take a little more time. Hopefully I'll be able to I'll just be able to rip those out when the orders come in. And hopefully, I mean, right now I'm not expecting a million orders, obviously, but hopefully that'll be in the future. But yeah, as for right now, hopefully when it comes in, I'll just be able to rip them out quick. So that'll be cool. I hope that's coming up soon. So that's probably what I ought to be doing during this 4 to 6 weeks off here of the gym. I also really got to start hammering the Instagram, and I got to start hammering the TikTok content, the reels and the YouTube shorts. Dude, because my Instagram, when I started posting on Instagram, like posing pictures, and dude, Instagram was telling me that I was being flagged for like self-harm content and anorexia, because I'm not joking, dude. They said I was like because I was so shredded that I was like harming myself or something. It's obviously some sort of gay AI bot that's like flagging my stuff, but I got in trouble for it, and it said I can't post any pictures until August 28th. And I was like, dude, like insane. So that was absolutely retarded. So hopefully we can get going on banging out the Instagram stuff, and hopefully start blowing up, dude. And on TikTok and the shorts and the reels. We got Labor Day weekend coming up, so that does mean that summer is over, which I hate. 4th of July is my favorite holiday. However, the fall season here really is probably the nicest season here in Southern California, in the South Bay. It's not as crowded. It's not as packed. It's a little cooler. It still should be sunny. Right now it's been blistering hot out, just drenched in sweat, dude. Absolutely drenched in sweat. So hopefully, that'll be nice. It'll be a nice change for the season. Trying to think of anything else coming up. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had today. It was basically on the rant. It's a necessity to take time away from the gym, man. You need it to heal your body, not only your body, but your mental state as well. I mean, this past week was really tough going to the gym. Every time I was going to the gym, I did not want to be there. I did not want to go. I did not want to film. Honestly, I was thinking about not filming any of my workouts this week. That would be a huge stress off my back, but we're still doing it. We're still grinding. We got to do it. It's the discipline. And hopefully, you know, with this break, it'll be nice to just not have to have that stress of the filming and the workout, and knowing you have to work out and train really heavy and really hard. What else, guys? No, the debate last night was great. From what I saw, the first hour and a half, whatever it was. God's glory is a creature. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. I really think that, I mean, I feel like if you're in the Orthodox world, you've probably seen this as well, but the Orthodoxy is just exploding in America. Exploding in America. And it's really only a matter of time before America is going to become full Orthodox. I think the youth of this generation, the Gen Z, even some of the Gen Alpha now, they're starting to come to know Orthodoxy on their own. And really understand not only the theology, but also the tradition and the phronima of Orthodoxy, which is foreign to the West, and has really been hidden here, especially in America. And I think it's really, really exploding, and it's something that's really not going to get stopped. Really only going to continue to explode. There is going to be no top for the Orthodoxy movement. I really only see it going up and up. There's going to be no peak. There's going to be no dip. It's really only up from here. One thing I did see on Twitter was that the Archbishop of Alaska for the OCA issued an apology for hanging out with Putin. I saw some people be upset with the fact that he issued an apology. I don't really need to comment or want to comment on that. I just thought it was interesting. What else we got going on? Solutions, man. What's the solution? The ultimate solution: one, become Orthodox. After that, you need to start lifting really heavy duty, intense training, and then get as tan as possible, and then rate PEAT-MAXX and get unemployment maxing. Everybody has. I think the most important thing for people, young people, is to become unemployed, get as unemployed as possible, and start to resource max using the federal government resources. I don't think there's any shame in working the system for food stamps or unemployment or welfare or anything like that. Any of those systems that are in place, I think you ought to be abusing the system as much as possible, and and getting the maximum amount of resources out of it as you possibly can. My thought for that, some Orthodox people may think that's not agree with that, because I think in Orthodoxy there's this emphasis on work and working and having a skill. Now I understand that, but also I think this generation, the youth, are looking at the stats. Like one stat I saw the other day, it was the percentage population of America who was married and owned a home under the age of 30, and it was around like 50% all the way to like 2000, where it dropped to like, I don't know, like 42%, maybe 45%, somewhere around there. And since then we're down to like single digit. It's like 9, 10, 11, 12%, somewhere around there. So it's just like we're in such a, I mean, we're in such a different climate, dude, and we're really there's so many things that we're battling against that it's like you should absolutely have no hesitation and feel no shame in trying to maximize the amount of resources that you can out of the system. Grift as hard as possible. Take as much as you can, dude, and try and maximize that in a way in the most amount of value, i.e. being Bitcoin. Try and suck the funds and accumulate and accrue as much Bitcoin as humanly possible. So those are the orders of operation. Orthodoxy. I would say orthodoxy, unemployment 1, because you can't be lifting, training, and getting tan if you're employed, and then lifting, training, tanning, and then PEAT-MAXXING. And if you do that, man, I think everything's gonna be great. I think everything's really gonna work out. I actually don't see there being any problems in your life if that's the course of action you deploy. There's really gonna be no negatives. Nothing is really gonna be wrong in your life. And then the last final piece of that puzzle will just be getting a sick whip, getting a sick ride, getting a diesel Mercedes from the late 70s, early 80s, preferably the wagon, but the sedan is also cool too if you get that. That's also acceptable. In a cool color too, preferably if you can get it in a cool color. Mine would be an English red wagon. I've seen some cool like mint colors. I've seen some cool blues. I even saw a sick yellow. Yellow has been coming. It has been becoming my favorite color for a car because I just think it's so insane to see a full-blown yellow car driving down the street. Like if I were to get some sort of supercar or some sort of hypercar, it would be, or even just like a sick sports car, it would definitely probably be yellow. Like any sort of Porsche yellow, just hammered yellow. Like I said, it's just so insane to have a full-blown yellow banana car. It's sick. So those are the orders of operation. And if you take those orders of operation, everything's going to work out just fine. You're going to be riding down the street in your banana yellow car, having a grand old time. Hopefully, the channel starts blowing up to where I think the content and the production of everything I think deserves. I think it should be way higher, but that's just me, brother. I don't think it should be like 1 million or anything. I think we should be around like 100K to 250. Anything really over that would be a huge bonus. Under 100K, I'd be like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Under 50K is like, yo, come on. But yeah, that's where I think we should be at. So hopefully that's coming soon. Gonna keep working towards that. And I think that's it for today, guys. So yep. See you guys on probably Monday, Tuesday with another final back workout for the final week here. So peace.
God, dude. Oh!
You got that fire, my nigga Messiah.
Rip Squad.